Hello YouTube, today we're going to do a small review. We're going to talk about those two flashlights. I made another review about the Nitecore Tip and the Nitecore Tube and their use as a self-defense weapon. I have next to me a push dagger knife from cold steel as well. And as you know, having a weapon in various countries of the world like the one I'm living here, it's illegal. Whereas a flashlight in almost every country of the world, you can legally carry it if you travel in an airport. You can carry it unless it's a very big one, a very mean looking one. So you can carry this too almost everywhere you go. And the good thing about those two things are that they're very small. You can see in my hand, and this one as well. Now this one you can find for around €7, so you can still find this one. Whereas this tip one, the Nitecore Tip, is a bit old now, about around 5 years ago, so they're newer models where they have, I think, two LED lights here, but the price is around €30, so probably it's better to have a newer one than these old ones. So how will you be able to use this as a self-defense tool? So these two have two LEDs here, and you can open them up here. So we have it in the lowest setting here, with a couple of lumens, and if you press it one more time, you can see it increases its LED power to max. We'll shut down the light for you to see better. And of course this one here has three settings, which is quite large, very higher illumination setting here. It's almost got dark here. So this one, when its max setting is at around 48 lumens, and this one is at 300 lumens in the max setting. So, having someone directly, especially if it's dark with the highest setting, trust me, it can be disorienting for a person that's trying to attack you. So this will give you some couple of seconds perhaps. So you can either do something as a self-defense, which is either you can run away, or you can try to hit them with your hands or legs if you don't have anything else. So, as I said, comparing to a knife or some other, a gun or any other type of tool, these two things, these small things, are legal. You can carry them legally everywhere you are, even in an airport, to say. The other good thing about these things is that they're waterproof. This one is hovering, I believe, at around 1.5 meters for 6 feet. This one, although it's newer, it's only splash proof. And they're very lightweight, and another good thing is that they don't need batteries. You can charge them through a USB, I believe it's a type B, both of them, because they're kind of old. And this one has it's exposed, the USB port. And also you cannot hurt someone with this, with the lights. Flashing someone with a light, you cannot hurt them. Now the bad thing about these two things is that if you have a light like it's the size with a button on the back, you can actually use it as a weapon. Whereas if you have this one here, I don't think using it as a weapon will make any good. You can use it like this, perhaps, but mostly you use it like this and have your other hand to push the attacker away, or your feet, or whatever. One other bad thing about these two things is that they don't have a locking mechanism, especially this one. So if you have it in your pocket, you can accidentally push it and it will drain out the battery. This one you can, I think it locks by pressing both buttons like this. So now it will not open. So now press them both. So that was a kind of mechanism that they used to, so that you will not drain out the battery. Now the newer models, they have again locking mechanism with two buttons, or they have I believe that the Tip 2 has a kind of security, kind of safety on top. And one other bad thing is that like almost all lights, almost all flashlights, you don't know how much battery there is still in those two things, whereas it says that in the minimal setting they will last up to 6 to 8 hours. However, the newer ones, I believe the Tiny 2 Litecore, they have a small screen on the back where they see how much battery you have left. I use them almost on a daily basis. This one, I don't know which I use the flashlight, but I have it on me. And around, I believe, at 6 months, I usually recharge it although it still has battery inside, because, as I said, I don't use it every day. It uses in the house. And lately I've been using this as a self-defense tool. Thankfully I've not gone into such a situation, but I think because of the high lumen capacity, you can see you have light in the room. If you do not have light, it will be even more disorientating. So I believe it could have some use, especially if you are in a country where you cannot carry a knife, you cannot carry a gun, you cannot carry a pepper spray or anything like that. So, as I said, €7 for this. This you cannot find, but you can find similar ones like this from Nitecore on any other company at around 30 or 40 euros. So I think it's a good option given the fact that you also have a light. So it has another use as well, not just for self-defense. And as I said, the best, in other videos, the best self-defense is actually not being in that situation. So please like and subscribe, and put the comments below if you think differently or you have any other opinion. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe.